I hate scalpers. I fucking hate scalpers. For those who don't know what a scalper is, a scalper basically is a person who takes an item that is in short supply that would often be at a set price that is oftentimes a more affordable price and resell that item, oftentimes buy that item in bulk, like maybe in the 50s, or even buy hundreds of that item, stock them up and resell them for 2 times or even 3 times the price of the original uh, retail price that the item was sold for. And when the item is in short supply, people find they have little choice about to buy from the scalpers, and that's how they get you. That's how they get you. People feel like they have no choice, so they resort to buying from scalpers because they don't have any. What other option do they have if it's in short supply, right? Now, I'm not familiar with scalping of items outside of the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or computer or or graphics cards and whatnot. There could be scalping of other items that are not connected to gaming or technology, but for what I am educated in and what I know about scalping, I only know about the gaming side and specifically the next gen console scalping, specifically the PS5 gets. I think it looks like the PS5 gets the most attention when it comes to talking about the scalping issue with consoles, but I think the Xbox Series X also experiences the same issue. Um, but I think that it's the same thing with the graphics cards, but I don't really know much about that. So I'll be mostly deriving most of my talking points from the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Primarily the PlayStation 5. I've been playing PlayStation for a while now, so it's pretty much the most of because of course I want a PS5, so it's like that's what I'm been looking into the most as opposed to other things in the same category. Now, so the PS5 is one of the items, as I have aforementioned, were being scalped, um, and it's because it's such a sought after item, and everybody, of course, anybody who plays video games and often and is someone who owns a a PlayStation likely wants to get a PlayStation 5. There's a lot of people who want to get a PlayStation 5 basically, and there's a lot of demand for the console and not enough supply. And when that happens, you're oftentimes going to have people who take advantage of that, and that's what's happening now. The PS5, its retail price, I believe, for the PS5 that does not that is only digital, the digital edition is $400. I think the full edition with the disc reader is $500. The $400 to $500 is the retail price for that console. But unfortunately, because of the situation we're in right now, with we're just coming out of the COVID issue, the COVID virus, we're starting to get away from that, and now the Ukraine crisis is starting to contribute to the I've heard. I'm not good. I take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that the Ukraine crisis, the war in Ukraine is causing schism and shortages as well. Um, but given that these things are happening right now, it's really difficult to get a PS5 or Xbox Series X. It's really hard to like you be really lucky to just waltz across a PS5 or Xbox Series X at retail price at the store. Now, the purpose of this video is mostly to talk about the arguments that scalpers have made that I have seen and especially the way that they act. You see, these people are oftentimes how do I put this? They're very simple-minded. They don't really use their brains much. Because okay, I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should give them the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe they are smarter than they look because they are pulling off they are making a profit by exposing something in the marketplace, right? So maybe I'll give them maybe they have more than two brain cells, maybe four or five. But the issue is that oftentimes like based on how I've seen these people act, like when it comes to on the internet or in person, or and when it comes to how these people treat people who can't get a PS5 or have been complaining about it, they are grade A assholes because they feel like they're riding the high life because they're making that sweet, sweet scalper money. Now, this is what angers me the most is that these people, like, they know, like, there have been, oh god, I don't even know where to start. There's been so many talking points from all different types of scalpers, whether it's companies, whether it's groups of people, or a single person. Every time an argument has been made by scalpers in defense of themselves, it's a ridiculous argument. Some of the, like, there are debates from radical conservatives that make better arguments than these people. There are politicians that make better arguments than these people. I swear to God, because the things that the things that these people have said in defense of their scalping is so goddamn ridiculous. I swear to God, I'm in the twilight zone when I hear from them. These people, some of them actually think they're helping people by contributing to the marketplace in some way, which you're not, which they're not. They're taking more from the marketplace than the company would be getting, because I highly doubt. Okay, I'm about to go off on a tangent. Let me stay on track here. The issue is that these people make arguments that are so based in denialism and not looking at the facts of, like, scalping and how it affects people and, like, how it affects the average Joe, because these people are people who have a lot of money, who can go out and or groups and companies even who have the capability to buy these things in bulk. And when they get called out for doing these things, it's they don't know, they don't have any good defenses, so they'll pull out whatever bullshit excuse they can to make themselves look better, right? So first things I've seen is that there's one report, not report, but there's like one some sort of article from BBC or CBC. I can't remember what it was. I'm not really like an expert on, like, posting these things. Like, I don't really. I mean, I guess I could put the link in the description later. I mean, I'm not good at editing, so I can't put it up on screen or anything. But or I don't have editing software. But anyway, back to the point. There's an article that I read where there was a person who was basically saying that out of their console scalping, they were making entrepreneurs. Making businessmen, businesswomen, scalpers. You're making entrepreneurs, are you? Because last time I checked, gouging people for more money than an item is worth, or has been decided to be worth by the company, I don't see how that makes businessmen. I guess the argument is like, oh well, maybe it'll drive them to work harder for money and start making a business. No. Making a business doesn't just come with having a financial success. It comes with having a particular personality, even particular degrees. Like, not everyone's cut out to be a fucking entrepreneur. If that were the case, then we'd all have PS5s by now, wouldn't we? Like, there's so many other arguments from these people and it's not just that. I just want to I'm just gonna get straight to the fucking point. That's just the tip of the iceberg, right? That the people who actually try to like use the maximum capabilities of the 5 brain cells that they have to form some kind of bullshit argument that to them seems like it has some ground in when it comes to defending scalping. I'm talking about the people, the majority of people who seem to usually be individual people who buy PS5s in bulk, have a lot of money by the looks of it, and then when they are called out for scalping PS5s and scalping Xbox Series X's, it's the same fucking spiel. I swear to God, it's like a rehearsed act by these people at this point. I swear to God, they work together, man. It's always, Cry more, bro. Are you mad? You mad, bro? You mad, bro? I'm just getting that bread, bro. I'm just getting that money. Just getting that money. I'm just hustling, bro. I'm just hustling. Fuck off. You're not. All right. You can fuck off with your pretentious fucking work ethic that you think you're just so fucking. You're so wondrous at your work ethic. You're such a good employee, bro. You're so good at this, man. Like, oh man, you're such a model citizen of society, bro. You're so beloved. Like, no, all right. You don't look cool. You don't sound cool. You look like an asshole. You sound like an asshole. And what you're doing is an asshole thing to do. But here's the issue with these people most is that if you tell them this, that they give you the cookie cutter response. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I'm out here living my life. I'm hustling, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't got time for that shit. It's like, yeah, you keep telling yourself that because you're just fucking coping with the fact that people fucking hate your ass. Like these people are grade A douchebag. It doesn't help that these people are often like the issue with these people is that it's the same. There's of course like the few who try to actually like have more brain juice in their skulls to formulate more to actually formulate an argument or a defense over just cry more or are you mad. But the majority of them are oftentimes people who just don't care, who are pieces of shit, and oftentimes their best defense is, oh, I'm just trying to make money, bro. I'm just trying to keep a roof over my head. Get a fucking job. Get a job. Get a fucking job. I don't see there's restaurants that are working that are hiring all the fucking time. It's the same thing with these people. And if I were to send this video, and if I were to make this video on these people, like if I were to talk to one of these people directly in the same tone with the same talking points, they would just respond with, "Oh, you're mad? You mad, bro? You mad? You mad? You mad? Cry more, bro. Cry more. Cry more. I'm just getting that bread, bro. I'm just getting that bread. Cry more. Cry more. You want to get the bread? You want to get the money? Work an honest fucking job then." I have no sympathy for these people. COVID-19 or not, I have no sympathy. Because the average Joe who doesn't, like, you have to have a lot of money to be able to buy a shitload of PS5s and then resell them to turn a profit. I might have been rambling a little bit in this video, but, man, the average Joe, the average person who doesn't have that kind of money, who's just maybe lives in an apartment and is just chilling, just vibing. Maybe they work one or two jobs a day and they're they're saving and they save up money for a long period of time because they really want to get that thing that they want. And then when they finally get, like back in the PS4 and people were saving up for that, and when they finally got their new console, yeah, it was the greatest feeling in the world, man. Because it's like you felt like you worked for that. You felt like you worked for that, and now you earned it, and now you get to have it and play it. But these fucking people, they could go out and buy 90 of them. I don't even fucking use them. They just sit there. They just fucking sit there. And they resell them like, oh, they resell them like fucking auctioneers. And they're like, and it's like, oh, here's a PS5 for $1,000, PS5 for $1,200, PS5 for $1,300. You know what the greatest feeling is for the average individual who likes to play video games is working a job, maybe having a tough day at work for like maybe for 9 hours, 8 hours, whatever, 12 hours, whatever job you work, and then finally being able to come home, unwind, sit down, grab a controller, or sit down at your desk to sit down in front of your computer screen and enjoy some fucking games, man. With it on your conscience that you know you worked for that console, and now you get to enjoy it after you continue to make money. Well, now, fuck you if you don't have $1,000 up your fucking ass. For $1,200, which is what I've seen a PS5 sold for by a scalper, I could get a gaming PC, a good gaming PC for that price. Maybe not the best, but I could get a damn good PC for that kind of price. Or at the very least, make a pretty good build a pretty good one with that for that kind of price. When it causes shortages in the marketplace, it's just they take advantage. They're like leeches. They're like little fucking leeches that scurry across the ground, just like this is mine now. Like just And for the average person who just wants a fucking console or wants to join up with the in the fun, or and enjoy the next generation of gaming, fuck them. You can't reason with these people because they think that what they're doing is right, or at least they think, or they just don't care. They don't give a shit. These people, these scalpers, are grade A pieces of shit, and it's not like you have much ability to convince them otherwise because they're so up their own ass. They have their heads so up their ass they can practically see out their goddamn mouth that they don't care. They're so in their own world, in their own la la land, like fuck them, fuck everyone besides me. If you're a scalper, you're a selfish piece of shit who cares not for gaming. You don't give a fuck about gaming. And if you do, you give a fuck about gaming because it's something that you enjoy, but you couldn't care less if other people enjoy it unless they're willing to cough up $1,200 fucking dollars to you. Scalpers, you are pieces of shit. And nothing you say, do, or anything that you say or do in your defense to make yourselves look better, you just make yourselves look more like assholes. You're not garnering any attention. You're not gaining any support, and any support that you do get is from equally dumb people just like you. And I can only hope for the average person that at some point, we average Joes, average Jeanettes, if that's even the female version of the Joe, you get what I'm talking about. Hopefully, at some point, this shortage will stop and people will be able to afford a PS5 and Xbox Series X for the price it was originally meant to be sold at. To those who are really pressed to get a PS5 and really want one, if you're that desperate, I can't stop you from buying from a scalper. But if you have any amount of self-control left in your body, don't buy from these people. Buy a PS4. Buy an Xbox One if you don't have one already. Or hell, buy something that makes your console perform better. Even if it's not it won't be the same thing, but god damn it, it's better than paying $1,200 fucking dollars for a console that's meant to be $500. Don't give in to these fucking scalpers, man. Because that's how they profit. Just fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck you, scalpers. Fuck off. You are pieces of shit. Nobody likes you, and anybody who does like you and gets behind what you're doing is a piece of shit themselves.